Hi everyone, welcome to Simplified Minds. So next is your mathematics exam. So maths is a science, maths is the language of all the sciences. I hope your preparation is going really well, and you must have already done some chapters and some questions you must have done. Please do check whether your preparation is according to this or not, according to the pattern or not. So before I start the video, we have two kinds of students. They know one kind of students they know calculus they like very much. The other kind of student they don't like calculus, so they do remaining other chapters. So now coming to here, suppose you don't know calculus, you don't know differentiation, and we have one more type of students who knows differentiation, who don't know integration. So we have all the different types of students. Let me explain for everyone. So what happens here is, suppose we don't know calculus, if you don't know differentiation, if you don't know integration, then what happens? What are the options left for you? You have to relations functions, matrices, determinants, then you have 3D geometry and the probability. You have to answer 6 out of 10. You have to answer 6, but you will be able to answer only 5. And that too, the problem with matrices determinants is that it is very lengthy. It is very time-taking process. And even though you know the procedure, even though you got the question which you have done already before the day, there is a high chance that you may do small kind of errors. You may or may not do, but it will take lot of time. And if you do some mistakes, what happens? Again, checking them back is again a little bit headache. It consumes a lot of process. So instead of that, please you also have to go through the differentiation and application of derivatives. See, this differentiation question mostly going to come 5 markers from second order derivative. And if you know the basics of differentiation, there are only some certain fixed number of questions. See, example 40, 41, and this 13 and 14 and 17. It can come within this. And in application of derivatives of the 5 markers is rate of change of quantities. In that mostly they'll ask you the rectangle, balloon, sand, and the ladder questions of this. So if you go through if you add these two also, totally you'll be knowing 7. So totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have 6, 7. So out of 7, you have to choose any 6. That will be more easier and also a lot of time saving. So you have to go through application, differentiation and application of derivatives, only these topics. So which will fetch you other 10 marks, and you have a lot of options are left. So now coming to the people who know calculus. If you know calculus, obviously it's very easy. You go ahead and choose anything you want, because mostly you'll be knowing everything, and you can choose any of the 5 mark, any 6, and try to choose from the calculus only, because it will save your time. And coming to this, the chapters wise, so if it's relations functions, mostly they'll ask invertible functions, they'll ask for 5 markers. So there are only 4 questions, 4 types of questions, 4x plus 3, like this kind of things. 4x plus 3, 4x square plus 12x plus 5, or you can have, instead of 4x, you can have 9x square plus 6x, something like that. You can choose a textbook, only the textbook question is going to come. First do the worked examples, then the textbook exercise of similar kinds. Then coming to matrices, they'll give equation, you have to substitute in that, then you have to show that is equal to 0. Then afterward, determinants, system of linear equations. Basically what they do is, here you get a 3 equation, you have to solve it using a matrix method and get the solution. And differentiation, second order derivatives. So you have double differentiate, get the answer, and mostly these are the questions that can come. And coming to application derivatives, rate of change of quantities. Please do focus on rectangle, balloon, and sand and other types of questions. And these are very simple questions which carries almost 5 marks. Now coming to integrals, there is a derivation. There is a derivation for 3 markers, mostly of this kind of derivation. Then there is a problem based on that. 2 markers problem. And application of integrals, you have area between the curves. Mostly they ask a circle and a line, or they can ask you a triangle question where they give you points. They'll ask you to find the area, or they can give the equations of line and they ask you to find the area of a triangle. And differential equations, you have solving. Please do give first preference for the linear, then variable, then homogeneous. There's a very high chance that questions are coming from linear method. 3-dimensional geometry, coming to this, you have derivations here. Line, go through both the derivations. When coming to plane, just little give focus on first do this. Perpendicular to given vector and passing through a point. They get asked given in normal form also. Now coming to probability, binomial distribution, you have lottery ticket kind of questions, and then other one is die questions, cards questions, you can have coins questions, and it's defective. And defective type of question, like bulbs are defective, like that kind of questions. So these are the questions which you can go to come. So and then choose very smartly and make sure you go through probability, derivation, then matrices, determinants, differentiation, application of derivatives, and relations functions. This will fetch you marks very easily, and then even the chapters and the questions takes also less time compared to the integrals and application of integrals and differential equations. These 3 will take more time, but if you practice well, you can definitely go with any of the 6 on this. Now coming to last one, that is a part E section, which carries 10 marks here. If you see here, in this case, so you most of you will be doing LPP and then continuity. So most of the time the combination comes like this only. So no issues, I can easily do it. But sometimes there may be chance that they may give LPP and determinant sometimes, very rarely. So then what happens in that cases, it's better to know any 3 topics instead of going all the, only knowing 2 topics. If you're good at integration, do integration, because there's a derivation going to come, and there's a basically the properties of definite integrals are there. In that one of the proving question going to come, and question based on that only. And then if you know good at calculus, do integration and LPP and continuity. If you're not good at integration, do determinants, LPP, and then continuity. And this is how you have to prepare. I'll be uploading furthermore 3 markers, 2 markers, and 1 markers also. Please do watch that and make sure you're preparing according to this pattern. Okay, and then very all the best for the exam. Do well and don't waste your time.